in the School of Public Health and Health Professions, we have both academic and professional programs. And our professional programs have taught us a lot of things about assessing teaching and the development of programs. So in our professional programs, we have specified targeted competencies that we expect to achieve in the classes. And as we look across classes, different classes are trying to achieve different competencies. That we look at the curriculum very systematically for a program, and it's got to fit together. The academic programs have followed suit. They followed the lead of the professional programs, and now we're also talking about the competencies, the learning objectives, and they're using the same techniques of the professional programs to assess how well that's going. Middle States is coming along in the footsteps of professional accreditation, and that accreditation has been changing over the past years, and that they are having the same kind of expectations that professional accrediting bodies have had. They want to see assessment of learning objectives. They want to see programs that are interested in evaluating how well students are getting the learning objectives that they're throwing out there. So we need to be assessing what we think we're doing and how well we're achieving it at multiple stages as we're offering these courses. Accrediting bodies are on the lookout for programs that just collect data on how things are going, but don't look at it, but don't look at the data and make changes based on what is discovered when they survey students, when they survey employers, when they survey graduate schools to find out what kind of preparation they like their students to have. You need, ideally, to be showing that you're making changes based on what you see. Many of us have had experience of, there's a course that once upon a time was a treasured part of a curriculum that now isn't needed so much, and that the students really need an entirely different course. Oftentimes people have made guesses, educated guesses albeit, about what students need to be prepared for. But talking with employers, talking with graduate schools, getting their insights on how well your students have been prepared for their jobs, their programs, can be eye-opening. The key issue is that you need to tap into faculty's interest in making each of their programs as good as they can be. We noticed as we talked amongst the faculty an interesting problem emerging, that there were related courses in which some of our faculty were gravitating toward the same examples. They were focusing on the same classic research studies. And unless the faculty talked to each other about that and orchestrated who'd do what, the students would complain about it. Quite properly they'd complain about it because they weren't seeing all the advance they might see as they progressed from one course to the other. So it's a simple kind of assessment, but it's an important kind of assessment in which faculty are talking to each other about what they're covering in courses that sometimes might be quite related. The more related they are, the more important it is to make sure everybody knows what each other is doing. And also, as new teachers come into the rotation, and if you've got an expectation that something's being covered in this course, you want to make sure the new teacher is covering what needs to be covered, because the upper level courses are going to depend upon it. And so we had to bring faculty together to talk about who's teaching what, why, how does it fit together. And that was a very important process for improving the program. I think that collecting data on one's curriculum and looking at it and using it to make changes is really a fundamental part of the educational process, that it's key to making our programs better.